Over the week, each of my maestros have given a presentation on a composer or a painter or a thespian or a builder. And yesterday, Will gave a presentation on a builder architect named John Ruskin, and a quote of his stuck out to me. He said, "Beauty is not optional." And to us, we're kind of like, okay, yeah, but it is. You know, what gets cut first in the school programs, the art programs, right? We don't need beauty to survive. We can admit that. But this is where, for me, what we're doing here this week is absolutely countercultural, because we absolutely do. Beauty is not optional. And God calls us to do that. God calls us into creation. He's given us the capabilities. He's given us the minds. He asks our imaginations to soar because he has created us and he loves us. And so really all art is an abundance, an overflow of his love for us. And these kids got to experience that this week. So you're about to see 4 different disciplines. I have ideas for like 6 more next year. We keep going on, we keep riffing on different ideas. But you're about to see 4 different disciplines of these kids, and I'm so impressed. What they've done in the span of 5 days, because my whole concept was they have to have an original work by the end of the week. And it's one thing to do something that you can say, oh, this is a character, or this is someone else's, I'm just playing someone else's song. But I asked them to come up with their own words, to create their own characters, to make their own art, to build their own things, and they all, every single one of these 23 kids took it on themselves and have done a marvelous job. And so my hope is that, I told them this morning that this is a little bow. If there's still work to be done, which there's always still work to be done in excellent art, I'm really hoping that this lab experience, which is the key word, experimenting in the lab, will be something that they can continue in their classrooms and in their churches and in their art collectives, in their plays. I want them to keep writing songs because we are created to create. And that verse up there, Ephesians 2:10, John, I don't know if your fingers are fast enough to pop up the verse, but this has been our theme verse for the week. For we are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God has prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. And that's a pretty sacred thing when you think about it. We are walking in the way that God has called us to walk. And you can just look around the room. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce our first presentation. I'm going to bring up our maestro, Eva, excuse me. Eva's going to come up and introduce what they did this week, because I've been teaching songwriting all week. I really have. This is going to be new to me. I'm excited. One more time. Eva became a maestro at the Faith in the Arts Academy Sunday, June 8th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Our dear, wonderful teacher who taught me as well since I was young, Melinda Carlson, had a family emergency and had to leave town. And so she gave me Eva's number and I gave her a call. And here she is. She put together, with the help of Josh Kaiser, who couldn't be here today. Josh took it off, you took the baton. I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Eva. You've stepped up in this place.
Well, thank you so much. This is an incredible program. You've done an amazing job. So as I was introduced, I'm Eva Isaacs, and I've had the privilege of working with your kids, who are some of my peers, as their student director, theater maestro. Just a little bit about me. I've been involved in theater for pretty much my entire life. I've been in major productions at Homestay Peak School and more recently, Vail Christian High School. And as we said, I got thrown here kind of last minute, but hopefully, despite the very random addition of my assistants, hopefully they're getting a lot out of it. My co-director and author for this play, Joshua Weiser, was unable to make it here today, but he had a very nice long message that he'd like to share with you. Hello, parents. When leading a creative life, especially when centered on theater, I believe it should feel different from the usual pressures kids face. So often they've pulled into a machine of success that can make them feel like they're only valuable if they achieve something. I try to push back against that message. I want kids to know that they're valuable simply because they exist, whether or not they ever quote-unquote make it. With that in mind, I wrote this play. 2 things to remember. 1, this is an ensemble piece. Every role matters and it's meant to be fun and engaging. The kids have done an incredible job to build their characters and to be constantly engaging with each other. 2, I rewrote parts of it with your kids in mind. Some roles were reshaped once I saw what they brought to the room. And 3, it ends in a big monologue taken from Charlie Chaplin in a film from 1940 about resisting a system that turns people into machines. I thought it fit both the themes of the show and the kind of bold, thoughtful material a theater kid might love. In this play, one character is actually rewriting that speech in real time to reflect the world around her. That's what theater can do. It reflects critiques. It reflects critiques and calls us to see things more clearly. It's not about perfection. It's about voice, truth, and imagination. I hope this gives a little context, and I hope you all enjoy what your kids have created. Josh Weiser. And with that, I'm happy to introduce all of our thespians to begin the play.
Not so far away was a certain theater class during the summer camp for the fine arts. In this theater class was a teacher who decided to hold an audition. Now, naturally, I didn't audition because, let's get real, I would have beat them all out. But, well, you'll see. This story is kind of about that. The ambition of the kids and the unsuspecting hero who teaches them what this is all about in the end. But again, to be clear, this is all fictional. If it was real, I would have won, obviously. That's why I get to be the narrator. Anyway, our tale begins a few days into the camp, when it's time for the teacher to explain the audition to the kids. Alright kids, listen up, quiet down. We're going to do auditions tomorrow, so here's what I need you to do. You all need to prepare really short monologues, and you have to have them memorized. You can do something that already exists, or you can modify something that is already done. Honestly, I have no idea why everyone else is working so hard for this play. I mean, it'll be me in the end, you understand? Oh, sorry, I don't mean to make you feel bad, but speak the truth, they always say. Anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. Prepare to be amazed.
Don't be nervous, okay? Drama monologues are not that big of a deal.
They ain't?
Of course not. Let me give you some tips, okay?
Alright then.
First things first, you have to say everything really, really loud, alright?
Real loud?
Yes, really loud. Like super loud. Come on, show me what you got.
Romeo!
Louder.
Romeo!
Louder.
Romeo!
Yeah, that's great. That's perfect.
Okay, you think that but I don't have enough lines memorized in my monologue.
Oh, please, you don't have to memorize stuff. Just do whatever comes naturally.
Okay, I think I need to change my accent. The teacher told us that we have to pronounce things real good. I ain't so good at that.
Nah, you don't have to change your accent at all. In fact, I like it. You should just, don't worry about pronouncing your words right. It's theater. Who cares? It's fine.
Thanks for the help. I feel much better.
Yeah, dude, don't sweat it.
Oh my gosh. I am so excited. Are you excited? I have never been this excited in my life. I'm gonna crush the others with everything within me. I mean, it's gonna be an absolutely amazing performance. They're gonna weep and cry, and it's gonna be awesome. You excited? Excited? Catch that. Can you say that again?
Yeah.
Oh, I can use some tips if you have them. What?
To project and enunciate.
Oh, what does that mean? What?
Talk really loud.
Oh!
I don't know about you guys, but I'm almost 100% sure I am in the wrong class.
Me too. I thought I was signing up for a dance lesson. And singing too. But, there is no singing.
I was signed up for building class. What did you sign up for? You don't look like you belong here either.
Well, I signed up for the right class.
But you're not working on a monologue. You're just being doers.
I signed up for this class because it's right next door to the kitchen. I can have all the snacks I want. It's so crowded over there, nobody's gonna notice. Okay? Hey, if I'm the only one not doing anything over here, they're gonna notice. But if you two come back, you can just be chill and have all the snacks we want. Before you walk out that door, think about it. While you think about it, chill.
I have no idea what I'm going to do for a monologue, but I'll figure something out.
Well, I'm already way ahead of you. I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
I think what I'm gonna do is go get more snacks.
All right, kids, line up. I want you to remember that it's very important to project and enunciate, okay? If you have a great character, that's amazing. But if we can't understand you, it doesn't matter. If we can't hear you, it doesn't matter. The actor's tool is their body, and so you have to master your body in order to master your craft. And one part of your body is your mouth, your voice. So let's practice some tongue twisters to get better at it. Make sure they're very loud. Red, leather, yellow, leather. Lots of little London lamplighters, like lots of little London lamps.
Lots of little London lamplighters, like lots of little London lamps.
That was excellent. Unique New York, we love unique New York.
Unique New York, New York.
Can you turn it down a little bit louder? Okay, well, we'll work on it. Irish wristwatch.
Irish wristwatch.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Let's move on to the next. Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Very fast. Unique New York. Just do the same one that she did. Just do the same one that she just did.
The Human Torch not a big load.
Let's see it. Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Interesting choice. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Pray tell me, where is the pack of pickled peppers that you found?
It's a disaster. You there, anyone, beat them in some tongue twisters. I'm expecting for a very unpolitical ball. I have to go right now.
Isn't teaching theater just magical? At least, that's what the theater teacher thought this was going to be like. But after seeing that her kids weren't ready-made stars, actors and actresses, prepared completely for Broadway straight from the womb, she did what most teachers do. She panicked. She wasn't going to make a phone call. No. She was going to the nearest Starbucks to buy an entire carafe of coffee and drinking it like a bootlegger's jug while sprinting back to the classroom. By the time she got back, the theater class had a very productive session of tongue twisters. And now she was ready to unload all of her insecurities and failed expectations right onto her young pupils.
Everybody sit down. I said everybody sit down. You sit. Go. Listen, it's been fun goofing around or whatever. The last few days doing improv tongue twisters. But now, whenever it really counts, you failed me. You all, or at least most of you, obviously couldn't care less about this play. You don't care. You don't want to do good. You don't want to be good enough. You don't want to put in more. You know what? I've had enough. If you don't show up with the best possible auditions tomorrow, ones that actually make you good enough to be here, if you don't get your stuff together, then you're out. Understand? You are dismissed. Some of them had never been introduced to the world of you better hustle or the world will squash you. Others already believed that. And now they were in the very comfortable position of doubling down. If there was anything to earn, they were going to earn it. The next day, we came into the audition with the kids, and they were nearly committed to being first and the best at any cost.
All right, who's up first? I will be performing an edited version of All the World's a Stage by William Shakespeare. Oh, and it's edited by me. All the world's a stage, all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. His acts being 7 ages. At first, the infant, then some boring stuff, then the actress, a superstar and hero to all, who effortlessly recites her lines, much to the despair of her comrades who realize they have to think. Sans talent, sans eyes, sans teeth, sans taste, sans everything. Not bad. A little bit dramatic, but not bad. Next, please.
Romeo! Where are you? You said we'd meet next Thursday, and I ain't seen you.
What do you think you're doing? Sit down. Next. Today, I'll be performing part of Bottom's final speech from Midsummer's Night's Dream. Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty young. Oh, take thy mantle. What stain with blood? Approach, ye furnace foul. Oh, fates, come, cut thread and thrum. Quail, crushed, include in quail, and quail. Thus die I, thus. Now I am dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now die. That was a little bit fast, but you memorized it correctly. Go ahead and sit down and maybe relax just a little bit. Next.
Today, I'll be presenting a monologue about my most favorite thing in the world. Today, we'll be studying French colonial architecture, a style that traveled across continents and centuries, blending European design ideas with local materials, climates, and cultures. From the grand symmetry of civic buildings.
What are you doing with note cards? This is supposed to be a memorized monologue. Not even a monologue. It's a lecture.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather.
I will be performing an adapted version of The Great Dictator by Charlie Chaplin.
You rewrote the monologue from The Great Dictator? That's a very complex movie. It's one of the best speeches ever written, and you rewrote it.
Yes, ma'am.
All by yourself?
Yes.
Yes, Julia.
Yes, I do that.
What did you write about?
Stuff I see in class. That's all.
Okay, well, I'm very curious to hear this. Whenever you're ready. Okay. Maybe give yourself some time before you try again. Go ahead and have a seat. Next.
I will be performing Thriller, the monologue by Michael Jackson. Thriller night, nothing can save me from the beats about to strike.
Whoa. What has gotten into some of that? Explain yourself.
Okay, so maybe I signed up for the wrong class, but so did he.
Hey, what the heck? I thought we were in this together. For the snacks!
Oh, yeah. And that guy convinced us to stay in class. He said we could sneak into the kitchen and get more snacks.
Hey!
Are you serious? Who are you? In fact, I'll point fingers. That's the one that told me I didn't have to project or pronounce that word and could keep my natural, God-given, beautiful accent. Why didn't she enough time, enough attention, or at least there can be, and not if we've lost the way. Greed and fear has definitely made us turn on each other. Our cleverness and ambition has made us uncaring and downright cruel. We've turned ourselves entirely into a machine that just wins things, does things, accomplishes and never stops because then we call it defect and defective. Don't give yourself to these lies of greedy and fearful people. Those who don't know their own hearts can be made good again. Don't give yourself to a world that cannot think, cannot feel, cannot act, unless they react to the basic instincts and therefore cannot forgive. They are themselves machine men, machine minds, and machine hearts. But not you. You are men and women, people. When you give in and live only for your own victory, you begin to hate. Only the unloved hate. You are loved. In Luke 17, it is written that the kingdom of God is in the midst of you. That's the kingdom of love, the kingdom of goodness, the kingdom of generosity and the good life. Here, now, you are loved, and that is what makes you good. Being good is not the same as being good enough. So let us unite and live out a kingdom when we, so let us unite and live out a kingdom where there is enough of what matters, enough of love for everyone. So let us unite. Unite! 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 Thank you. And I'm sorry I wasn't here yesterday. I shouldn't have. I was wrong. I got caught up trying to be the best. And I got all of you caught up too. You stopped being people, kids, creators, and you became projects to me. Little things I could use to make myself feel better. I'm very sorry. I hope you can forgive me. Forgive you. I'm rewriting the script so that way everyone can have a part. A part that's right for you. No more playing diva. No more lying. No more tricking. No more fear. Just play. That's what we're supposed to do. If we're not making each other better, ourselves better, the world better, and if we're not creating at least a little love in what we're doing here, then God is not in it. And that's not over a time period here. So let's change that. Then we can move on and be the best of ourselves. Anyone who's hurt someone, lied, tricked, or looked down on someone, go to them, apologize, then move on. But first, the monologue you gave was amazing. I'm very impressed. What do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, it's in my And that's Artist Play for today. A little story about what it means to create well, to create in safety, without anxiety or fear, and at the same time to put all your heart into creating something real and meaningful. We hope you enjoyed the exhibit of the theater track this year. And now, let's end with giving our actors a bow and giving them a round of applause.
I have Miss Emma come back.
I will absolutely come back.
Guys, as each track presents, we wanted to present you here. We have certificates for you all, because what would an academy be without a diploma, right? Even though it's only a week. I just love anything. We're so proud of you guys. They not only, Josh wrote that this past weekend after kind of feeling out who's going to be here. He got to know them Monday, gave them roles, and they all memorized that. Again, I'm like, this happened in 5 days. I'm so impressed. So maybe just hand them out and then they all switch. So both here. I'll take Catherine. You take it. Abby. So proud. Gemma. Fantastic monologue. Even better fake vomiting. We are so proud of you guys. Hey, I want to call up, as soon as you all get your certificates, if you didn't get one, it might be in a painting or building track. And you'll I think I did them all. Awesome. Parents, if you want pictures. Pictures. 1, 2, 3, go.